Welcome back everybody in a very short daily recap. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of December, and as you can see, we're going to do a review on Bitcoin and gold as always. And as you can see, this is already being very short because as you can see, the price is being in a very nasty range, especially today. As you can see, the last few days we got a very volatile market with some ranging, huge volatility, and it's pretty normal. But as you can see today, we really didn't move much. Multiple rejections at the PSA that was pre-planned from the pre-New York. I think I sent them to yeah, we only got the first tap, but as you can see, multiple rejection of this price sensitivity area. I'm going to say as expected, but as you can see, I already had this information. It's just about where to know where to look and know what to look for. And as you can see, 57 flat, slightly above, like 57 175, 57 100, acting as a huge PSA on the upside, on the top of the block. So not the 57 flat as expected, but it's also very okay. But as you can see, price was just in a very close range through the day. As you can see, not much we can say. 100 pips range for Bitcoin is is not a lot. So this is Bitcoin, and we're going to see if tonight during Asian we will have some more interesting movement, or tomorrow with the NFP. Let's go on gold. Gold as well, slightly better because we got somewhat of trending and sorry. But as you can see, yes, we got a pullback to a PSA 1781 and a very strong sell-off, like 150, 180 pips, especially below 1772, as we're going to see on the 1 minute, which gave us very nice entry areas exactly here. As you can see, through London, we bounced multiple times from 1770, which was a PSA charted from the previous days. As you can see, we were already from yesterday, the 1st of December, already looking at this PSA for possible support. And today, as you can see, I did analysis afterwards, but as you can see, our price reacted perfectly on the dot. And as you can see, multiple attempts, multiple rejections, giving you possible entries when price was finally ranging. As you can see, if you expect wait for price to trend, you have this first confirmation, a break and retest, not a real candle setup. Here it gives you another nice setup over here because you get exactly the lower wick being printed after a retest. I know that this is a very strong shadow. I mean, it's like having a mountain in front of you. But if this is a trade setup, it's not riskier than usual. We are in uptrend. I know that is not the perfect. If we then wait for price to break above the previous PSA on the left hand side, we have this cleaner break and retest. Let's see if 10 pips, yeah, probably Even was better to give 15, but as you can see, here the candle close, yes, 30 pips goes after a little while, but it reaches, and this is much more clear. As you can see, if this one was too high risk, this one is a much stronger bullish candle, and still in the same trend. So that's the main key point. If you want to have the high risk entry, safer entry with the break and retest of those previous highs. After that, 1781, the PSA that we were looking for, acted as a very strong resistance. As you can see here, this was the analysis, and this was the PSA to look for, and exactly here on the dot. So okay, you have some nice candle setup, high risk, high reward. 1, 2. This one is nice because it's a break of those previous lows. Look how nice it is. This is a very high risk and reward because you are still in a bullish trend. This one is sort of the retest of the trend line, which is of course much more straight than what I can do. Okay, as you can see, it's a break and retest of this trend line in continuation down. So if we were expecting a reaction here, and we see 1, 2, 3 times price getting rejected, we break below this PSA. Yes, we are reacting here, but we are breaking below. We are breaking the structure. This structure is broken. Then we can have still a medium risk entry, but is pretty nice. Let me just see. Like this. Very high risk, but still a nice candle entry in. As you can see, what you can visualize is this sort of trend line connecting those lower highs, and as you can see, pretty nice, going to retest at least that PSA. Okay, very nice for me, candle and candle setup. After that, yeah, you have got your 35 pips or whatever, depending if you want to use 15 pips or 10 pips. Stop loss 15, yeah, even 10 pips would have been enough. So 30 pips in a few minutes, and it's perfectly fine. This one is a nice, as you can see, this one I drew it with those 3. This candle gives you another entry. This huge wick and rejection gives you the opportunity to re-enter. 30 pips again. So 1 and 2. As you can see. After that, if you just, if you see, I didn't know that, if you just extend this line, this exact line that I drew here on to the right, what you get is a huge pin bar in the same bias of rejecting 1781. What time is it? We are just before New York Stock Exchange, so you can use the 15 pips to stay safe at the candle close, and as you can see, 45 pips goes pretty easily. And the last, this one is the one that I saw. I mean, the candle are now a very bigger, very huge volume. The price actually went from here like 100 pips. You get a nice clean and break and retest of the 1772 key level for further continuation down. if you enter the candle entry or slightly below, you go to TP pretty easily. If you wait, you have another rejection, and as you can see, same idea at the key level, same idea, same setup, looking for a rejection. Maybe you enter here and you get to TP. After that, you see price ranging. The move below 1764 is not that strong. Yes, you're in a bearish trend, but you're not seeing that strength, and you see that price went just to range. But as you can see, identify these kind of situations in a specific PSA. It's very important for me, and it's what is the key as a scalper. No, not this one. This one, okay. As you can see, was pretty nice indeed. Okay, as you can see, it was pretty short, and we identified some few scalps even in a ranging market. As you can see, during volume times, we could have got analyzing market structure and identifying, visualizing these PSAs. We could manage to, okay, yeah, we enter here and we see this continuation and breaking below this previous PSA, which is very important to see live to identify. You get here very strong, you get to take profit. You see first bounce from the PSA 1774. You're not looking for buys yet because the trend has changed. What you're looking for, this one, you can say, yeah, you should have entered here. Yeah, okay, if you entered here, you still have some sort of space, but immediately corrected. So it is what it is. I really don't like this kind of setup in the middle of nothing. But if you look here, this is just something that you already had. It is a huge rejection. Even here, if you miss the first entry, look at this candle. Let me just delete this. If you miss this one, you have this very next candle that is the same meaning, same exact meaning, actually giving you less drawdown than the other. And it still goes to, let's see if we would have gone to 30 pips. I don't think. Yeah, in this case, no, not yet. Is bouncing here, but you are still in the main bias. Yes, it's a double bottom, but what I would like to see, yeah, it's a break and retest of this candle to enter possibly long, but it would be the first sign of bullish strength. Nice break and retest, not lasting long, no real candle entry setup. If you enter here, it's still 20 pips, but look at this pin bar at exactly the same PSA. To me, that's what is very fascinating, and no real entries below here. So this is it, guys, for today.